Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute since I've done a video, so what better way to get acclimated than doing a updated Q&A video. Some questions on Instagram. Hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please make sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up. I don't know why I went subscribe with a pony. You know what to do. So let's just do it. Where do you get necklaces you wear in your workouts? I really only wear one brand of necklace. She's a local designer. Her name is Amanda Deer. I talk about her all the time on my Instagram account, but she makes all of my silver jewelry. She made these cute little hoops. I have some rings that I wear from her, and I like it because it isn't tarnished. I work out in it. It's very durable, and I just love supporting local. Spin City, SPINSYDD. Why? Get you 15% off. She's just great. I've been buying from her for years. Shout out to Miss Amanda Deer. This other one my boyfriend got for me as our 1 year. How stinking cute is that? It is not Amanda Deer. It's from a Houston artist, and I'm blanking on the name, but if I remember, I will put it in the video. What is your current workout split? Right now, I'm actually following my phase 2 program, which is Sweat at Home phase 2, and it's mainly HIIT focused, but the first 2 weeks, Monday is HIIT, Tuesday is upper and abs, Wednesday is HIIT again, Thursday is endurance, Friday and Saturday both my choice, depending on how I'm feeling, energy levels, the time I have, and then Sunday is a recovery. That is the first 2 weeks. I give you guys all the body weight workouts. There's no weights required for it. And in the final 2 weeks, I incorporate a little bit more strength training, which is really fun and why I love phase 2 so much. The go-to after my half marathon training, because I just wanted to follow a program and didn't want to think about it. And this was the closest thing, and it's only 4 weeks long. So I have time to get back into HIIT training, to get back into a different kind of routine, and it's been going really well so far. So that's my current split. If you guys have questions about the ebooks or want to start one, need a bodyweight workout for home workouts, or you're just a beginner wanting to start something new, anything detail-wise will be linked below. Want to ask me how tall I am? Before I answer this, if you want to pause the video and comment down below how tall you actually think I am based on what I look like in my Instagram or in workouts. And drum roll, I'm actually 5'7". I just went to the doctor. It's confirmed. I thought I was 5'6". I'm 5'7", so I'm a tall girl. But I feel like that's average height. And honestly, growing up a swimmer, I was around a lot of really tall, athletic women. 5'7" was like a standard. I would say I even was swimming with girls that were like 6 foot, and yeah, so I feel like a shorty. But then when I was walking around college, I kind of noticed that about 5'3" is the average height for women. I feel like a giant around most people. It's like pretty much dating my boyfriend. We've been dating for almost 2 years now, which is crazy. If you go back a couple videos, I literally made a Q&A that I'm super single, and I'm obviously a proud single girl. I was a very proud single girl. Girl. What's that one TikTok? Girls who girls who gornt, something like that. You know what I'm talking about. It's been a very roller coaster of a relationship as far as him getting to know who he was in a relationship, and myself included. None of us had ever been in a long-term relationship past like a year. And prior to dating him, I hadn't dated someone in like 8 years. I'd gone on dates, but I didn't have a boyfriend. I met him on Hinge, so those who have questions, and it's been awesome. We live in different cities, and so we've been doing distance for a little bit over 1.5 years, gonna be 2 years in August, and it's been great. I mean, I think every relationship at its quirks has things that you can work on, and I love learning with him. I love growing with him. He takes care of me, and I feel very lucky to be dating him, and he's also really lucky to be dating me. Let's get real. To keep it cheesy, but also just shout out, he's a great guy, and I'm really glad that I waited for so long to find someone that treats me so well. Always still things that you can work on in a relationship, you can work on with yourself, and I just encourage you, if you are single, that you wait and you work on yourself and you bring your best self into a relationship. Vice versa, don't let anyone come in that's gonna bring you down. You gotta do you. Always do you, and then when you have a partner, you do you together. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm not a relationship guru. That's just been my experience, but he's great. I'll just say that. Best advice someone told you on recovery from an active injury. Again, growing up an athlete, I think back in the day, what we were told was to work through the pain, and that was just a mentality that we had. I don't think there's anything super wrong with that. Obviously, I wasn't a NFL player or like professional swimmer. Maybe it's a little bit different than high school to college, college to professional, and extending your career. Best advice I ever got, especially in college when I started to learn a little bit more about recovery, about PT, was to take the rest, because long term your body gonna break down and prolong your injury rather than just taking care of it right then and there. It's gonna suck. It's gonna feel like you're not doing anything because especially if you are a very active person, you have an injury, it's gonna be a very big shift in your routine. Try to utilize your energy somewhere else and maximize on things like your self-care or your mental health or things that you may be putting off, and you want to focus on that more. You don't have to just sit on your bed and like cry about it all day. You can actually go and do something about it. Also on that note, if it's like a foot injury, obviously you can still work upper body. If it's an arm injury, maybe you can still do lower body in some capacity. So just keeping those things in mind. You want to age gracefully, and that goes for your body too, and taking care of it. A personal, not fitness related goals for the remainder of 2022 to help streamline my CBD brand with my sisters, Restart CBD. We've been doing it for almost 4 years now, which is kooky crazy. I work with my family. It can be very challenging and tough sometimes. At the end of the day, I think what we've built is a really great education focused brand, and I'm really proud of what we've done. So I just want to help streamline and make that an easier process for everybody. I go on more trips where I can unplug from social. Obviously, I'm recording this video. I have my phone out right now. I love trips where I can go and just not care about social media. As much as I'm on the internet, love unplugging. I'm someone who's very much an introvert at heart. Me being out here in front of everybody, obviously I'm very open, but I don't love to like talk about myself, and I don't love to like put everything out there. Continue to work on my relationship with myself and not be so hard on myself. So I'm gonna work on loving myself more and more each day, which sounds very cheesy, but it's necessary. And especially again, as you get older, I think the older I get, the more I'm like, a lot of shit starting to make sense that my parents said. I just want to take the time to really like love myself. And I think I do a good job. I'll give myself that much credit, but I can always do better. Last thing I wanted to talk about was connecting more with you, my people. I love connecting with the people that follow because obviously that resonates. And I want to make sure that's a very strong community as time progresses, as I grow my brand, as I grow my online coaching, which I'm so excited that I finally launched in January. It was such a long time coming. Finally, so proud of putting myself out there and just going for it. And it's been going really well so far. I have one-on-one clients, group clients right now, and it's been an absolute dream. And I love helping all of these women. Last thing was to work on a relationship, usually with like my family members, but especially my parents. When you have that transition, your parents start to get older, you start to get older, you find that transition from kid to friend. And I want to find what that relationship is like with my parents as a friendship. I have always been really close with my parents, but I've always looked at them as like my mom and dad, and not so much asking them like how they're doing and checking in on them like I would my best friends. Spending really quality time with them, asking deeper questions, asking them like the meaning of life and what do they want out of their lives. And I'm excited to learn and hear from them and get to them a little bit more. What is my biggest fear in life? I don't really fear anything. I definitely get scared of certain scenarios. Like it was scary for me to launch my online program. What if it doesn't work? What if someone doesn't buy it? Put a lot of effort into it. That I think comes with the scare of I'm putting so much effort into it. What if someone doesn't like what I do? At the end of the day, I always want to put myself out there and try and fail or try and succeed than not try at all. Rather than being scared or fearful and just not doing it, I want to lead into that scary territory, that unfamiliar territory, figure out how to navigate through that. It makes us mentally tougher and it makes us stronger, and I'm all for getting into uncomfortable experiences and making those weaknesses my strengths. Big fan. Best shoe recs for different workouts. I just made a reels on my Instagram going over trainers, short runs, long runs, hiking shoes. I'm gonna go take a look at that reels. I will put the direct link below. I use Under Armour shoes. I've been using them for the past 4 years. Obviously, I'm an athlete with them, so that's what I get gifted. And honestly, it's really good quality of shoes. Love their UA Rock trainers. I love the new Mega Clone 2s, is I believe what they're called. They're for my long runs and what I use to train for my half. Last question, and this one was really interesting because it's all about my skincare. Right now, I am wearing makeup, so you can't really tell what my skin looks like. I'm gonna try to get close. Obviously, I have some acne. My skin's not perfect. I definitely have pores and texture. And I'm about to start my period. I have a lot of hormonal acne going on. Back in 2020, I got a treatment called Sebacea done. I have a video on here pretty much covering that entire treatment. And if you want to go watch it, I will link it up here in this corner to go take a look. It definitely helped out with my overall acne. I used to get such bad acne on my cheeks, on my nose, around my lips. It was so uncomfortable. I had gotten to a point where I didn't care. I was struggling with acne for so long. It just become part of who I was and how my skin was. And rather than being sad about it, I decided to just like embrace it. And so if you're struggling with acne, I just encourage you to embrace your skin. You know, mine is not always the kindest to me. It is part of you and who you are. And there obviously are ways to help mitigate the situation. There's certain skincare products you can use and routines you can use and treatments you can get. Sebacia is one of those. And if anyone's thinking about Sebacia, offer it at your dermatology. Honestly, I'd highly recommend it. It's non-invasive. Pretty much they just clean out your pores and help dry everything out without taking a pill, without intense treatments on your skin. We'll do an updated video on that. And that will be after this one. I'm going to wash my face and show you guys what's underneath. But that was really it for the question. I hope you guys enjoyed this little catch-up session. If you did, again, make sure to comment below. If you have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them in another video. That's it. I'm done. And I'm going to go drink some water and go on with the rest of my day. See you next time. Bye.